Hey guys, what is going on? Xylos here, and today we are going to be talking about every aspect, every detail, every single thing about Infinite Warfare Zombies that we know so far. So the only information we have at the moment is anything from people who've actually played the game at COD XP, from the stream that they had not too long ago, and from the trailer itself. So let's get right into this information. First off, we have the layout of the actual physical map itself. So you start in spawn, and then there's going to be a bridge you have to run across. Okay, so you start in spawn, door opens, you run across the bridge. Okay, then you get to the main area where the mainframe is. There's going to be a teleporter there in the middle. Then after that, it's going to split off into 3 different sections. So the 3 other sections of this map is Polar Peak, Journey into Space, and the Kepler system. So each of these areas actually has their own generator and teleporter. So the generator, kind of like Origins, you're going to have to somehow turn on. And once you get on that generator for that specific region, the power is on. So once you're able to turn on the generator, you can get everything working, whether it be perks, whether it be the teleporter, which you could teleport back to the mainframe from, just like in the Giant, making there 4 teleporters total. So another thing we see is in the Journey to Space area, we have a ride that we see in the trailer, which is sort of a roller coaster, which ends up taking you to sort of an arcade place. So you have all these arcade games that are going to be in the Kepler system, which you can get to via roller coaster. Now, speaking on the teleporters themselves, each teleporter will teleport back to the mainframe, as I said, just like the Giant. And in order to get Pack-a-Punch working, you're going to need to turn on each and every teleporter. And then once you head back to the mainframe, you're able to teleport using that teleporter and get to the Pack-a-Punch. Now, every door coming out of the mainframe is 4,000 points, which I know seems like a big number, but the thing is you can donate to help open this door. So say one player has 2,000 and another player has 2,000, they can both donate to open the door, and there's no more need for one person to spend all their points on a single door. Now, there are 3 doors which obviously go into the 3 different attractions or different parts of the map. Now, another thing that they did add is they added more maneuverable space between the maps. So on Treyarch Zombies, you could see it was kind of close corners at some points. They kind of got rid of that and instead opened it up a little bit more, so the map is going to seem a lot larger. There's a lot more space to maneuver trains and get around the zombies. Next, we see our 4 characters, Andre, AJ, Dexter, and Sally, and what's weird is they each have their own melee. Now, the melee is going to do the same amount of damage as a Treyarch knife, but instead they added something cooler. Each individual character is going to have their own melee. Andre is a sort of a punch, while AJ has a bottle that he breaks over the zombies. Dexter slaps the zombies, while Sally uses a spoon. It's a pretty cool concept, and I really hope it adds to the experience of zombies in this game. Our next topic here is going to be one of the biggest for the video. So we have the names of all the perks that are going to be in Infinite Warfare Zombies. So we see PhD coming back, and it's called Bomb Stoppers this time. We also have Quickies, which is Speed Cola. We have Mule Munchies, which is Mule Kick. We have Bang Bangs, which is Double Tap. Up and Atom, which is Quick Revive. Tough Enough, which is Juggernaut. Slappy Taffy being sort of like a Widow's Wine without the grenades. It's just going to be the extra melee power. Blue Bolts, which is Electric Cherry, and Racing Stripes, which is Stamina Up. So we do see all of our Treyarch perks come back. I do not believe that we have any new perks added, but there is a very cool and new concept. So none of the perks are going to cost over 3,000 points on the map, which is really nice. You don't have Mule Kick, which costs 4,000, Jug that costs 2,500, Speed Cola that costs 3,000. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Everything is going to be under 3,000, so it's very nice, very efficient in that sense. So we also have removable perks here, which is really sick, something that I wish Treyarch had added, which is really cool that it's in Infinite Warfare. So now if you're stuck and you have 4 perks, which is the cap in Infinite Warfare, you can remove any perk that you don't want and replace it with another one, so you don't have to be stuck with those 4 perks anymore. Another big topic we have here is the weapons. No longer will guns be outlined in chalk on a wall. Instead, they will be laying around the map for you to buy. This is a huge change from Treyarch Zombies, where the guns used to be on the wall and used to buy them from there. Instead, now they're going to be lying around on different objects, and you'll have to buy them from there. Now, one thing that everyone is probably wondering about is there a mystery box? And as we saw in the trailer, there is a mystery box. It's going to be called the Magic Wheel. You're going to spin the wheel and you're going to get a random weapon. It could be anything from the Wonder Weapon to maybe just a small pistol or something. Now, as seen in this small part, you can see the Magic Wheel from the sky just like we could in Treyarch Zombies, which is really sick. Keeps it somewhat similar to Treyarch Zombies, but different in the sense that now we have a wheel instead of a box. Also, out of this box, you can pull melee weapons just like we saw in the recent updates of Treyarch, Rod Krovi. You could pull out different types of melee weapons as in Revelations. In Infinite Warfare Zombies, there are going to be melee weapons you could pull from the box. An example of this would be the axe, which basically acts like the Apothicon sword, can take out multiple zombies in one swing, which is really sick. A new feature on the map that is kind of a spin-off Treyarch Zombies is the robot named Neil. While in the mainframe, you can grab a robotic head, which you will later have to put on a robotic body in order to set up Neil. Now, Neil is a robot that gives you different challenges in return for tickets. These tickets can be used to buy non-multiplayer guns in the map, including the map's Wonder Weapon, which you could purchase for 500 tickets. I think it's pretty sick that you could use in-game skill to buy weapons that further enhance your gameplay, which will be a ton of fun to play with if you can get these tickets. Now, something else new that we see is that zombies are going to drop a lot more items this time. Items we see dropped consist of money, ammo, special grenades, and also souvenir coins. Now, there are 3 different types of souvenir coins we have. We have red, blue, and green. Now, these tickets can be taken to a claw machine where you can put in the tickets in any combination and get any type of buildable trap. Some of these traps include the fireworks trap, which is fireworks that are set off from the ground. Another one called Kindle Pops, where there's a box on the ground and after you shoot it, it bursts into flames, kills the zombies that way. And as you put in different combinations of colors, you get different types of traps. So I feel like that's a really cool way to incorporate traps into this game. Also, some of the new power-ups include infinite ammo, which we did see in Advanced Warfare Zombies, and another infinite grenades. So I think grenades are going to be a huge part on this map, as we see a wide selection that can be used to get to higher rounds and more effective spots. Now, these grenades are also viable around the map. The rewind grenade allows you to go back wherever you set it, kind of like a mini teleporter that you can carry portably. Also included is a black hole grenade called a Gravitron, which you can set down and it will suck the zombies into a black hole, sort of like the Apothicon servant does in Treyarch Zombies. Now, if you happen to die in this map, it's not actually half bad. A new feature on this map called the Lost and Found allows you to get back all your guns with the exact upgrades you died with last. Now, these guns will come with a price, but it'll be much lower than what you first paid for them. Another big feature that we see incorporated in the map is sort of like a gobblegum system, but it's called the Fate and Fortune cards. These cards act as gobblegums almost. You can customize them out of game, but once in the map, they show up in your specialist bar. Now, in order to use these cards, you will just have to get kills around the map. The first card does come fairly soon. The others you may have to work for on later rounds. But once you acquire each card, you can use it, and they do stack. So in case you get your first card and then move on to your second card, these will stack. You will not lose your first card. After you use all your cards, you're going to have to go back to the fortune teller machine, which you can pay 5,000 points to refill your deck. Now, you can only do this 3 times in each game, and after each refill, you will have to wait 5 rounds to refill again. Some of these cards include Phoenix Up, which we saw back in Treyarch Zombies. We also have a new one where if you get hit by a zombie, you start earning money. Another one is if you're standing next to a teammate, you and him will have combined health. And one other that we've seen is the 30-second railgun. Now, the last thing I want to mention about Infinite Warfare Zombies is that the weapon leveling that we saw in Treyarch Zombies is coming back for Zombies, but it's also shared with our multiplayer weapon leveling. So as we play public matches in multiplayer, we are also at the same time leveling up our guns for Zombies and vice versa. So I think that's a cool aspect if you play multiplayer. If not, then it's just going to be the same as Treyarch Zombies was. And I think that's a really cool concept for people who like to play both. So overall, that is Infinite Warfare Zombies in a nutshell. That is everything we know at the moment. If you guys find out anything else about it, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to see it. I think the whole community would too. And that is going to wrap it up for today, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like. And as always, I will talk to you guys later.